For a long time in America, the moderate has been worshipped. It has this sort of mythic quality, a person who sort of stands aside from the radicals to the left and the radicals to the right, and charts a more pragmatic path, understanding what's really going on. Well, at South by Southwest, AOC sort of took the wind out of the sails of that myth, and she portrayed moderates in an amazing, easy to understand way. Here's what she said.
Moderate is not a stance, it's just an attitude toward life of like, we've become so cynical that we view or we view cynicism as an intellectually superior attitude. And we view ambition as youthful naivete. When we think about the greatest things we have ever accomplished as a society have been ambitious acts of vision.
Okay, I want to repeat that last part. So when we think about the greatest things we've ever accomplished as a society have been ambitious acts of vision, and the meh is just worship now for what? And I love that. That's what I've been feeling, and maybe you can agree, but haven't been able to put as concisely. So we saw this on display over the weekend with Delaney, who's running for president right now, and he's pitching himself as a pragmatic progressive, charting the middle road. He wants bold action in terms of words, not in terms of action, and it is very much a stance of we really can't achieve anything. Maybe I am aware enough and have studied enough to know that we face big challenges. I get that. I'm not one of the people who doesn't get it. But I will do absolutely nothing to actually meet those challenges. It's like, climate change, maybe we can subsidize wind a little bit or something like that. It is this sort of lackadaisical, cynical view of what humanity is actually capable of accomplishing. And that's not how I was raised. I don't think that's how a lot of Americans were raised. I was raised on, they're gonna make fun of me in the control room. I was raised on Star Trek. I was raised on the idea that we can become better people individually and collectively, that we can achieve great things, and we can look back over the history of the last century, the history of America, the history of humanity at large, and we can see great things that were done, but they were never done as a result of a bunch of powerful, influential, rich people saying, that is not how you accomplish great things. But it's one thing when politicians do that and when they're able to get into power, with this being their sort of guiding philosophy. That's bad enough, but we cannot as people succumb to this same sort of thing. I personally believe that there's two versions of this. There's meh and there's meh, where one is sort of like a hands-off, what could really be accomplished meh, and the other is a more personally cynical, superior sort of meh. I know what's really going on, and you idiots think that something can actually change. You think that some politicians can actually do good things. That is cynical too, in exactly the way that AOC is describing. And both forms of that cynicism, the lazy and the aggressive, if they drive American political participation, we will not actually meet these goals. They are self-fulfilling prophecies in a very real way. And only by being driven by the same sort of ambitious acts of vision that she's talking about there, in running for office personally, like she and many others did this last time around, by supporting candidates that actually understand and will do something about the challenges, will we produce the America that we want to live in? Like, there are some people who honestly just want to feel superior, and a little bit of knowledge can produce that. And there are people out there that know that you want this feeling. There are people who write books, they have shows that want to make you feel superior. And understand that for some that is enough. It does not actually have to be paired with action. It doesn't have to be paired with results. Thankfully, we have people like AOC that are talking the talk and walking the walk at the same time, and we should take that as an example for ourselves. Thank you very much for watching this clip from The Damage Report. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications of our new videos. And of course, you can catch the full Damage Report live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TYT Network on YouTube TV.